cut that part out. I will destroy all this footage. Oh my god.
Yeah, man. What have you been up to? The same shit. Just what you were talking about. How are the weddings going?
Man, it was. You know, the hardest part, the annoying part about the weddings, is like, okay, it's cute, it's sexy the first time, drunk, middle-aged white woman when you come and grab my microphone. But the second and third time, like, I'm gonna need you to take your ass on somewhere. Like, dude,
get a headset, bro.
Bruh, like, take your ass on somewhere. I got somebody's husband who wants to come and talk Logic versus Kendrick Lamar versus J. Cole. Bruh, if you don't take your ass on somewhere, don't you see me playing Michael Jackson records? Better go do something else. God damn it. I had another husband. So there was this one lady, she kept coming over taking photos with me as I'm doing work. Like photos of me and photos with me. Now, mind you, I have an entire rig. I ain't going nowhere. Anybody who I speak to, they came to me.
Yeah.
So,
if you're supposed to be the DJ, you're not walking around the whole.
I'm not walking around like that. I might walk to a heat lamp. I walked to get a plate of food 2 hours ago. Yeah. So, Mr. Jones, don't you be looking at me crazy like I'm trying to fuck your wife. She came to me, homie. You keep acting stupid, I'm gonna fuck your wife.
Oh, this is the one down there.
Hell yeah. Like, looking at me crazy, like, dude, you look. That's the thing with dudes, man. They don't be catching this. They don't get it, man. Their insecurities be fucking up their logic. If you show your wife that I am a threat, I am now a threat.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I am now a threat.
Yeah.
So, Mr. Jones, Mr. Van Heusen schmoozen, do not get your wife piped by the DJ.
Yeah, don't let me fuck your wife.
Don't let me go. Don't let me get a hold of your wife, because she wants to get a hold of me. Fucking cuck. God damn it.
I remember Rich used to call people that all the time.
Fuck, man.
Hey, man, you never know. Man, he might be into that shit. Like, it's 2018.
Man,
weird shit, bro.
Them rich affluent motherfuckers, man, they... I don't know, man. They be in a lot of shit.
What you fucking wife? Like, what?
$10,000. Just hit it good.
Man.
Hit it good. Hit her with that.
Oh, what was that shit you said?
What's up?
What was that shit you said that one time you were telling me? Damn it.
What'd I say?
Oh, shit. I can't even remember, bro. It was hilarious, though. It was your high school reunion.
Oh, shit. Somebody's ex-wife caught some pole that night, man. But I had to make sure she got home safe. She rewarded me for being a gentleman. It does pay, ladies and gentlemen. Nice guys. I mean, they finish last if they doing their job. Ha ha. Salute to you. I'll tell you that one off the air. Do go to your reunion. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah, definitely go. Like, I mean, I didn't really have any shenanigans like you had, but I mean, mine was pretty cool, I guess.
Oh, you did? Okay, it already happened. That's right, it did happen like last week, 2 weeks ago. Yeah.
2 weeks ago. Yeah. Or no, it was last weekend. Fuck.
Last weekend. How'd it go?
Yeah. It was alright. I mean, fucking. This is the 610. Fucking walk up in there and just smells like reefer. Like people were just smoking weed pens up in there like it's nobody's business. And
smell like high school.
Yeah, I brought my fucking beer in there because it's like, fuck this. People.
Smell like weed vape pens is crazy.
I mean,
that's who we are now.
Yeah, I know. Like, have you seen that new South Park?
I'm a couple weeks behind, actually.
Okay, well, this is the best episode of the season last week's. It was a Randy episode, so...
Oh, shit.
You already know.
Classic. I saw.
Yeah, I don't know. This
Go
is
ahead.
kind of weird. I think. No, I just like I don't know. This season's just been kind of weird. Like I don't know what they're doing, but this last episode really hit it.
They doing a lot. No, I gotta see it. Yeah. I'm gonna check it out and get at you on it. I saw the first one with the school shootings.
Like, I didn't know where they were going with it. Like I don't know. But,
I mean, I get it. I get what they're saying. I mean we're just
I get what they're saying too.
But,
yeah. That's what I got from it. But like, it just I don't know.
Yeah, man. Then what was the next one? Mr. Hanky.
Yeah.
Which started out with a school shooting.
The second one was PC principal and the vice principal. They had the kids.
That's right. And
the third one was Mr. Hanky.
What was the other? What else happened during that episode where they had the kids? I feel like that was like the second story, the subplot, but I don't remember the rest of it.
Shit. I can't remember.
Because I do remember that, but I don't. And that wasn't the same one as Mr. Hanky, right? That was two different episodes.
I think it was, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'd have to check it out again. I gotta see it again.
Then you're only one behind.
Yeah. I must only be just the one behind.
Oh, shit. It was the priest, Catholic church.
Oh, shit. Yeah.
That was one of them, yeah.
That is crazy. That is crazy. I do like the, and it's been, what, they're like, what season is this? 23, 22, 23?
Yeah, it's like almost mid-20s, pretty sure.
But, like, I like the spin that they took on it. You know when South Park first came out, it was like the shock and awe of 8-year-olds cussing.
Yeah, that's all it was. Yeah.
Yeah, that's all it was. And it was just crazy premise after crazy premise. But as the guys matured in real life, they tackled mature topics, which made the show that much better.
Oh, yeah. I love how they do each episode now. Because, I mean, did you ever watch that special on Netflix how they actually make an episode?
I did, because it's really fast and really easy to make, right?
Yeah, it's like 5 days to make an episode, then they put it on air.
Yep. So, yeah, so they can stay. Yeah, they could do this for as long as they want to because I mean, shit, we're some stupid motherfuckers, man.
We're watching.
So, yeah,
they're just going off what else is on TV. Like it's perfect.
We're some stupid motherfuckers, man. So as long as there's some dumb shit going on, they could last forever.
There's always gonna be dumb shit going on.
Ain't it, man? Ain't it? Speaking of dumb shit and the opposite of it, want to thank y'all for pressing play on episode 19 of The Hard Camera. I am your guy, Juv, Juv. That is the boy Big Ren, the legendary, and together we are the Jumping Bomb Angels. Big Ren. Let them know they can reach you on the social medias, dog.
All right. Yeah, you can find me on Instagram at amotfucker. And you can also find me on Twitter at King Moth. And then the doozy is Snapchat. You can find Snapchat at MoffedUp316.
The doozy.
Yeah, the doozy. How about you, Jew? Where can they find you at, man?
Hit my Twitter at LosJuv. No, that's the old one. Hit my Twitter at Juvie Desayuno, Juvidesayuno. Hit the Snap at LosJuv Desayuno. And, of course, hit the Instagrams. That instant grams at Juvie Desayuno. We still building a following, man. Trying to get stronger each day, man. Stronger as we go. Check out the Facebook page, facebook.com/Juve. Check out the crack Twitter staff of Mixcloud Juvie at Mixcloud Juvie on Twitter. There's so many ways to reach us, man. We're mad accessible. It's kind of a scary thing. It's an uneasy thing. Kind of uneasy. No doubt, man. No doubt, Brody. So, we are tackling this episode. We are tackling the upcoming WWE Extravaganza. Evolution is the first all-women's pay-per-view. And we will get to that in a moment. But, dog, and you know, we usually don't do this for the prediction shows. We kind of typically get right into it. We kind of tackle Raw and SmackDown on the recap shows. But, man, we would not be doing our job properly if we did not first acknowledge, discuss, and send a salute out to Roman Reigns. He opened Monday Night Raw with just people always use the word shocking, and I always be like, man, that shit ain't shocking. But this was shocking, dog.
This was like, I don't want to take away from Roman or anything, but like this was like being in the Superdome on WrestleMania 30 whenever Undertaker lost.
It was well, and even to take it away. Yeah, no, because to take it away from the business, like I knew he had missed the live weekend show, and they said it was a speculation he was injured. They couldn't say what, but to have to open Monday Night Raw, relinquish Universal title due to leukemia, it's bigger than the business.
Oh yeah,
it's these are those moments where if you can. You can never put into words. It's hard to put into words what this business is to people who care for this business. But we see these people every week, and so you know what? So before we recorded tonight, I was on the phone with someone who is becoming a listener of our show. They're checking out the archives, and they were saying that they feel like they're getting to know you, Ren, specifically.
Oh. Nice.
And so we see these people every week. So we feel connected. We feel like we have, like we somewhat know these people. Yeah. Yeah. And so to open that up and to show that strength and to be that transparent, to watch that is surreal. That is surreal. I can't think of any other.
Yeah, I didn't like know what the fuck was like actually like going on. Like whenever he said that, like
yeah,
and whenever he was actually talking about everything that was going on, I was like, hold on, like is this for real?
Yeah. And
then like they were showing like crowd reaction shit, and it was just like, wow, like this is heavy duty shit right here.
It's a
like
real thing, man. Yeah, it's a real thing.
And then like fuck, man, like. They were like after Roman Reigns, like he went up the ramp and shit, and was with Ambrose and Rollins and shit, and it's like holy shit, like this is fucking. And then they get panned the announcers and shit. Like you see Corey Graves like he was
crying and Renee Young crying, and Michael Cole trying to hold himself together. Like it,
that was heavy, bro.
Yeah. I mean, there's not enough words to put on it, man, but. Salute to Roman Reigns. He's gonna come back, man. Bust leukemia's ass and get back on top, man. I can't wait for that pop, man. When he comes back, that's gonna be great. That's gonna be amazing.
Yeah, I didn't even think about that, man. Shit, yeah, that's gonna be
amazing. It's gonna be one of those moments where you have to see it, like you have to feel that and absorb it.
They better not fucking I hope they don't announce his comeback before he actually comes back.
No, no. They have to. They have to announce it. It's like when Triple H came back both times. No, you don't let this be a surprise. You gotta feel that. You gotta pop that. And outside of the business aspect, like it's one thing to like miss a Monday Night Raw. So like the part we'll get to here in a bit, like. It's one thing to not announce that because that's a storyline aspect that you might miss and the unexpected things you might miss each week to week. This is a little different though. Like it's the return
I get you.
Yeah. You want to be a part of that moment and you want to feel so outside of the business aspect, the rating aspect, it's the welcome home. You know what I'm saying? It's the welcome home.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it, man.
Yeah, man. Salute to Roman Reigns, man. He's gonna come back, bust that
He's
ass.
Back hard as
fuck. Man, hard as fuck, man. Now on the inverse,
everything that everything he's been through, like coming up to this. I mean, fucking finally getting there, and then this happens. Shit.
To fight with it for so long, I think he said 11 years, 10 years. It's been in remission.
And the way I've been reading, like sounds like not too many people knew about it at all.
Just the higher ups.
Just like he was very, very like closed up about that, and I mean that's cool and everything, you know. But like,
basically, the superstars found out when we did.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm sure he told Seth and Dean, but I mean, yeah, the superstars found out when we did. But again, yeah, salute to Roman Reigns and take your time, man. And it's a process, man. It's a process, but yeah, I will be glued to my device to watch that return. On the inverse of that, we got what may turn out to be, and I say this with no hyperbole, no exaggeration, this has to be a top 5 heel turn ever.
Oh yeah,
Dean Ambrose finally turned on Seth Rollins. Dude, brilliant. There's nothing bad I can say about this. There's nothing bad I can say about this.
No.
This was the most brilliant timing as far as being worked goes. Like that, to open the show with these 3 men embracing in tears, a build off of that real moment. The last thing you expected, because I texted you, like, oh, dog, we're definitely getting new tag team champions tonight. You're like, yeah, hell yeah. For him to turn around and hit him with the dirty deeds, oh my gosh, bro.
It's pretty dirty.
Dog, that is what this whole thing is about. That is what it was all about right there. Oh my gosh. I'm sitting there watching like, oh my, and to do it and then to be so violent on top of it, to get on top of him and start
going, yeah.
To keep going, and then to pull back the ring pad, the mats, and deliver another dirty deeds on the bare floor. Like, of course, it all depends on the follow up on how these promos go next week. But dude, that there was brilliant.
So do we still have new tag team champs?
And that's the thing. And that's the thing now. Like, half of the championships on Raw are vacated, or they have some kind of turmoil within them. So
I mean, man.
But dude,
what a time!
Dude, one time for that, man. Dean Ambrose has to be the most hated man on the roster right now, along the lines of Tommaso Ciampa.
Dude, I think it's perfect for him.
Oh, dude, there was no other way for it to go. There was no other way, because we knew the turn was coming, right? We knew it was coming. But
we didn't know it was coming then.
We didn't know it was coming then. But for it to be held off, it wouldn't have meant the same. It wouldn't have meant the same. But for it to happen that night, oh, gorgeous. Gorgeous.
I read it was coming soon, but not this soon.
Yeah. That's some gorgeous storytelling right there. Gorgeous storytelling right there. So I'm fully intrigued. Of course, again, it all depends on the follow up, but within the context, that's along the lines of Shawn Michaels, Marty Jannetty. That's along the lines of Hogan joining NWO right there. You can't just, I can't say enough.
Hell yeah.
Can't say enough.
Like, I'm wondering how Raw's gonna go this next week, man.
Yeah. It's gonna be a hell of a time, man. Coming off Evolution, right before Crown Jewel, which is in super jeopardy.
Yeah, they were supposed to, that was. I mean, Cena said he's not going. I mean,
I believe that is the word. At least it's highly speculated that he may not go. Ugh.
Yeah,
what a filthy time they've gotten themselves into.
I mean, for I feel like, I don't know, for Vince, I feel like it's just all about the money or whatever. So he's like, fuck it, we're still gonna rock this shit, and especially with everything that's going on over there right now with that journalist and shit like that. I don't get too political about it or nothing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But leading into it, people have their opinions about whether to stop the show or move the show. What I didn't really have an opinion either way, because I can see both sides of it, in the sense that yeah, on one side the show must go on. I not for a second was I believing that bullshit about WWE being the agent for change. They're not sending any women over. What kind of change what kind of change you gonna implement?
Well, the only change they might have brought was like women were actually what in to be at the show, like in the crowd and shit.
Right. You know what I mean?
That was about it.
So yeah, all that agent for change shit, yeah, miss me with that. You know, and I was saying this to you yesterday. I wasn't sure if I was gonna say it on air, but between the recent news with Hulk Hogan being allowed back into the Hall of Fame, which I understand, but we know what the controversy is, tied into this NWO reunion that isn't affiliated with WWE, but that WWE is promoting, so you kind of know where that's going to end up. With all of the chaos with this Crown Jewel situation, and that's before the Roman Reigns vacating of the title. But the craziness with the Crown Jewel situation, where they have to move it or cancel it, with the lackluster job of Evolution, and everything that goes in that, which we'll get into that as well, and the known Trump affiliation. I was telling you yesterday, there's a lesson here that I can't quite get my hands on between affluent, rich white men and what they'll do for the money in the name of.
That's all about.
Yeah, but damn, man, this is a lot of bad press in a row.
Oh yeah, and I'm wondering if they're actually because I seen Hogan's on his way to Saudi Arabia with the whole family.
I heard that too. I saw that too.
So I mean, and I wonder if Vince can't be just pulling this shit off just because Hogan's gonna be there. Get the fuck out of here, dude.
I don't know specifically how much money they've been given, but there is a lot of money for the Saudi Arabia deal. Between this show and the Greatest Royal Rumble, they're throwing away a lot of goodwill. Right? I'm not even sure about any of the terms. I just know there's a lot of money. And that they stand to lose a lot of money if they don't go through with it. But I mean, at what point do you gotta say? I mean, the money got to be enough. Eventually, right? All the press that they're getting, all the awful press, all the bad timing. And again, we'll tie in Evolution, but I mean, they've forsaken half of their roster for the check.
Oh yeah,
you know what I mean? They've forsaken a lot of their customer base for the check.
And going into this, they should have been they knew what they were doing before they even signed them papers.
Dude.
You know, they knew what the fuck was going to happen. And I mean, not necessarily saying what was going to happen, what's going on over there right now, but like you said, forsaking half of their roster, they knew what the fuck they were doing.
Exactly. And the thing is,
signing that paper.
To say that they're going to be an agent for change, here's a bit of context we're not even thinking about. So Saudi Arabia sent over a list of, and I can't say the whole country, but you know what I mean. They sent over a list of superstars they want to see, right? Half of those superstars were from the Attitude Era and before, and a large number of those superstars are no longer living.
So they don't know.
So they're stuck in the past of 25 years ago. They asked for Yokozuna.
Boy, I thought I saw the
list. They asked for Yokozuna, who's been passed away for 18 years. Progression isn't exactly the middle name, you know what I'm saying?
And Vince is all cool with it.
So, I don't know, man. I don't know. When you love it, you still gotta critique it, but they it's a shit show right now.
Yeah, it's
a shit show right now.
It's not a good look.
Yeah, man. Some would say it's a bad look.
I mean, especially I feel like it's not a good look for from our standpoint, but for people that don't even really fuck with wrestling, like we do.
Oh yeah.
And see if they're still going through with this, they're definitely fuck y'all probably.
Especially for the fact that pro wrestling is already looked down upon as lowbrow entertainment. And there's a large contingent who would rather wrestling never exist just for their own vanity. So for this to, oh man, This is a bad look. This is a bad look.
So they say it was like all press is good press or some shit like that. I was like, I don't know about all that.
Shit. I ain't never been pressed like that. But
no, I hope not.
I figure it can't all be good. You know what I mean?
No, like that's I don't know, man. Like, I mean, we still got. When's that shit coming around? November 2nd, I think.
November 2nd, which is a week from Saturday.
So they got to make some power moves here soon.
Very, very soon. Announcements need to be made ASAP, surely. So,
yeah.
Good luck.
Man.
Good luck to them, man.
All these fuck-ass fucking glorified house shows getting everybody in trouble and all this commotion started.
Same, man. Speaking of glorified house shows, I guess to an extent, in the interim, we have WWE's Evolution card, the first all-women's pay-per-view, all-women's special, all-women's extravaganza. What you think about, man, going into it? How you feel about Evolution going into it?
Yeah, you already know how I feel about that, but I don't know. And I mean, okay, yeah, I'm excited. I think it's cool as fuck that the women got their own pay-per-view and shit like that. I love it. I think it's awesome. It should have happened a while ago. But, like, and I'm sure you guys have heard me say it before, I'm pretty, I don't know, critical, I guess you would call the word or some shit. Not too good with my big words, I guess. But,
damn, 3 syllables or more is a problem.
I mean, I know, man. Give me a break.
It's all good, man. Knock it
out. But, it's just some of the shit it's just not as clean, and like they're just like a lot of the women's matches that I've watched, they're just botches, and like I mean shit. I mean look how many female wrestlers have been out as recently because they've gotten hurt and shit like that in matches whenever it was botched and shit like that. I mean, Alexa Bliss might not be in the match this fucking weekend because of something that happened this past weekend at the house show.
Yeah.
So I mean, like I said, I'm all for it and everything, but I just wish it was cleaner.
You're nervous about the quality of what we're going to see.
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
Okay. I hear you. To me, away from the quality of it all, I think one of the issues is that they just got too much going on between Evolution and Crown Jewel. So it
was a shitty spot to book it in.
Yeah, they're doing too much, so they can't do enough for either card. I know they pushed Evolution really, really heavy this last week, but the thing is, Evolution feels like that they didn't actually do it to be revolutionary. It feels like they did it because like they owed the women one for Greatest Royal Rumble and for the Crown Jewel. It didn't feel like the right thing to do. It feels like they did it because they owed them one.
It's like, now it's your turn.
Yeah, right. Yeah. So I mean, the intentions behind it are whack, but in this case, you could excuse whack intentions if you can execute properly. And like I said before, they pressed it really hard on the Go Home show, but it's too little, too late. The build has been trash.
Really nothing. The build on SmackDown and Raw this past week, there's really nothing.
Half of the card, and specifically like the NXT women's matches, the NXT Women's Championship, the NXT UK Women's Championship, the Mae Young Final, they didn't do enough to educate the casual fan that they love so much. They didn't do enough to educate the casual fan on why these matches are important.
I mean, fuck, dude. I mean, fuck. I don't know anything about the fucking Mae Young Classic. I don't know anything about the NXT UK NXT.
Right.
Because
which just started. That? Yeah. Which is on the network.
Oh, no, I guess it is now. I guess.
Yeah.
You got me on that one.
No, not even. But I mean, it's on. They're all on the network. But the thing is, the casual fan, and they can pimp the network all they want to. They still have to properly acknowledge the content on the network. They have to properly acknowledge what they're putting on their card. And I don't think I saw one mention of the women's UK Championship match. Maybe slight mention to Mae Young in NXT Championship match, but I mean, there are certain times where the name can sell itself, and this is not one of those times.
No, like I feel bad for the UK fans that are watching all this shit. Like, so when they're gonna the fuck are they gonna talk about the UK NXT champion and shit like that?
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Because they're not getting any shine.
And hell, furthermore with that, so we're getting 2 NXT matches. We're getting a Mae Young Classic match. Are we going to get them at their best, or are we going to get a WWE-ized version of these matches? Like, we know what we're going to get with Rousey versus Bella, with Charlotte versus Becky Lynch, the 6-woman tag, and stuff. The women who are on the main roster, but I don't know what we're going to get. I don't know what we're gonna get.
I don't know who's running this one.
I have no idea how sanitized this is gonna be, how glossed over it'll be. I have no clue.
And I'm worried about it. Like, I hope it goes good. I hope it goes well, you know.
Absolutely.
But like,
absolutely.
From what they put on the table for us to eat right now, I don't even know.
They could throw that shit back in the oven.
Yeah. You know.
You know what I'm saying? Brown up that rice a little bit. Brown up that chicken.
Crisp it up or something, man. Fuck.
I'm saying, man. Take it to that KFC in Harrisburg or something.
Shit.
Shit. Oh man. So you know what? Let's push through it, man. Let's do what we do here. Every time we talk about the card, we seem to come away with a little more excitement than we once had. So let's jump right into it, man. We've got a 6-woman tag match. We've got Bayley, Sasha Banks, and Natalya versus the Riot Squad. What you thinking, man?
I'm going with Bayley and Sasha and Natalya.
Yeah.
And I mean, I'm pretty sure that's what I'm calling, basically just on the fact that Sasha just came back. And I mean, and like, fuck, man, this is gonna be like the hardest part of the show tonight, is because there really hasn't been a build of any of these matches. So if you guys think I'm keeping it short on my picks or anything, it's Joey doesn't really have anything to work on, you know.
We're giving the listener more than they gave us to work with.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying.
You know, I'm agreeing with you. I'm gonna take Bayley, Sasha, and Natalya. Sasha came back and lost to Ruby Riott. WWE logic says whoever won on Monday is going to lose on Sunday. The thing, you know, I was tempted to choose the Riot Squad because they're like a cohesive group, but man, they don't give a fuck about the Riot Squad.
No, they don't. That's unfortunate.
Yeah, they lost 2 6-woman tags to Ronda Rousey and the Bellas. That was 2 chances for them to be something that they squandered. And again, they are a cohesive unit, so on paper they should win, but I've got no faith in them to push them forward.
No.
So yeah, I'm gonna rock with Bayley, Sasha, and Natalya. We still had no word as to why Natalya isn't helping her best friend Ronda. Maybe we'll get that eventually. But yeah, man,
she's been nowhere.
Yeah, I don't know. Who knows?
She's been taking Instagram photos and shit like that. That's all.
No doubt. Let's move on to the next match, man. We have the returning Trish Stratus, the returning Lita, versus Alexa Bliss and Mickie James.
Who you got?
Didn't on Monday, right? Didn't Trish and Lita they got attacked, but then they won anyway? Like they fought off the attack?
Yeah, then they tried to get a match going.
Yeah. Alexa Bliss has been hurt. Trish and Lita are not as great at promos as they say that. Yeah, multiple times. Trish and Lita aren't as great as promos as they once were or ever. I don't think Mickie James has enough cachet in her name for them to put her and Alexa Bliss over. If these were split into singles matches, then I could see maybe Alexa Bliss winning. Maybe Alexa Bliss beating Trish Stratus. I know cats love some Trish Stratus. They love the Attitude Era. They can't let go of that 4-year period. It sucks to say because Mickey and Alexa Bliss should win this match. I don't have any faith in them, man. This feels like one more for the Attitude Era. I think Trish and Lita take it.
I agree with you.
Yeah.
And fuck, I mean, like, first off, this was still singles match.
Yeah.
But I mean, he say she say on that was and fucking that was always the plan to make this into a fucking tag match, and well, that's no fun. I don't think.
Yeah.
But
and which I don't believe. I know, especially now realizing Alexa Bliss was hurt.
Yeah.
I think that Alexa Bliss being hurt, they can cover up and kind of save her in that form. So I don't think that was the original, because I think they changed it after her injury. But no, go on. Sorry.
But no, you're good. But yeah, I mean, with Alexa Bliss being hurt and everything, and it's gonna be like, I don't know, man. Like, I don't want to say this is like, it's gonna be like a squash match or anything, but like when John Cena did that match with fucking Big Bob at the Super Show, took 0 bumps.
Right.
And I mean, I don't know, man. Like, I'm going with Lita and Trish. Just like,
we're gonna get all the classic Trish spots. We're gonna get the Stratisfaction. We're gonna get that cool handstand Hurricane Rana. We're gonna get the chick kick. Lita will come in, do that moonsault. She's gonna take her shirt off and hit her Hurricane Rana, hit that moonsault. And Mickey James is gonna take all of those.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, fucking Alexa Bliss is gonna be outside the ring, knocked down, and Mickey James is gonna take all the beatings.
Yeah, man. Maybe they go back to the well at Survivor Series and they do Trish versus Alexa Bliss. I don't know. We'll see.
It's coming up.
Yeah, it is coming up. Let's move on, man. This one, I'm gonna be interested to see how you go with this one. Is the Battle Royal for a future shot at a women's championship match? Who you got?
Fuck, dude. I mean,
I know. I will tell you who it won't be. It will not be Asuka.
No,
that will not be Asuka.
That wasn't. I wasn't even thinking of Asuka.
No, she won that little skirmish. She'll make it toward the end. Yeah,
like she'll be one of the last 4.
She won that little skirmish on Tuesday. I think that was just to throw us off because it's Asuka, just to build some heat for Asuka. She already won the Royal Rumble. I think, and then Naomi won the Women's Battle Royal, so I'm gonna take Naomi out too. I think they want to spread that around. I think they want to spread this around. I figure we're gonna get.
I got one.
Go ahead.
We're going Nia.
Nia Jax.
Yeah.
I hear you. I almost went with Tamina, but I was like, come on. Yeah. I believe we're gonna get some NXT participants in there. Not too many. I think we're gonna get Bianca Belair, most definitely. I think we're gonna get Lacey Evans, and I think, and I'm gonna go with this pick. I can't call it, man, but I think we're gonna get Nikki Cross.
Okay.
And I'm gonna go with Nikki Cross.
All right.
I don't know why. I feel like anyone on the main roster, it's not enough. It's been done before.
I feel like Nikki Cross is gonna slide under the ropes and not come back until the very end and
do some Nikki Cross-ish. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. I feel like anyone on the main roster has been done before. Asuka's been done before. Naomi's been done before. Carmella was just champion. The Iconics,
not there yet.
They're not there yet, right? Who's on the Raw side? Tamina is Tamina. Tamina deserves a more fair shake, but they just going Tamina. Nia Jax would be a good. I mean, that wouldn't be a bad pick.
Just because she went out. I mean, she had to go off for a little bit, you know.
Right. So who you going with?
Oh, yeah, I'm going with Nia Jax. I'm gonna stick with my prediction.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, because she was out for a while, you know, and we really haven't seen too much of her, and she's back now, obviously, and
that's real.
Yeah, I mean,
she still has unfinished. She has unfinished business with Ronda Rousey. This is true.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. You know, it's a crapshoot. There's unannounced participants. There's been no build to it. It's clearly a thrown together thing.
And this battle royal match, I feel the worst about it for everybody like that's in it, because they're kind of just like, well, we couldn't really figure out anything for you guys to do, so we're just gonna put you guys all in a battle royal. Fuck it.
Throw them in. Get them on the show. Get them that payday. Salute to him. We'll make it. We'll make it work. This next one, we got the finals of the Mae Young Classic. We've got Toni Storm versus Io Shirai.
They can't fuck the Asian. They can't fuck the foreigners again, can they?
You be surprised.
I mean, anything's possible with WWE logic.
You've been surprised. Go ahead. What you thinking?
Going with I don't even know how to say her name. It's Io Shirai.
And I know we were mentioning before, we haven't been all the way up to date on the Mae Young Classic, which is to our detriment. I know they're doing some great things over there. Your opinion, Io Shirai. I'm gonna pick Toni Storm. For a couple reasons. For one, I'm picking Toni Storm because you picked Io Shirai, kind of. And,
so were you gonna pick Io Shirai if I would have picked Toni Storm?
No, but I'm doubling down on it. So last year, the winner of the Mae Young Classic was Kairi Sane, and we're actually getting a rematch, which we'll get to later on. The winner of that was Kairi Sane. I just don't see the Mae Young Classic having two Asian winners in a row. So, going with Toni Storm. Logic. Nuance. The hard-hitting takes here on the hard camera. In depth.
Yeah. That's fucking funny.
So, going with Toni Storm. I'm expecting, like I said, if they let them be them, then I'm expecting a great match here. These next few that we're going to get to, actually the rest of the matches on here, to me, except for the main event, really have the potential to be great matches if they just let them be them.
They do.
That's the thing. On paper, the WWE Network content, NXT, UK NXT, the tournaments, the network content is always amazing. Always. But nobody knows that. You know what I'm saying? Nobody knows it.
As much as they plugged it, nobody knows it.
So the thing is, my gripe, back on what we were talking about before, my gripe isn't the idea of the pay-per-view. It isn't the idea that we're going to get bad matches. It's just they didn't do enough to let us know that we're going to get a great match. They get so caught up in telling us how revolutionary, how historic something is, that it loses all meaning, and they forget to actually just plug the product.
Because, I mean, how long ago did they announce this pay-per-view coming up?
I want to say July.
Okay, yeah. And
I want to say July.
And, all we've really heard about this pay-per-view coming up is how historical it is and how great it's going to be.
It's so first time women's ever. All women, we get that part. We know you've never done this before. But now make us want it more.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And they haven't done that.
They have not done that. So I'm expecting a great match here. Toni Storm versus Io Shirai. It's two characters that we don't have any personal investment in, and the WWE is based on characters. But if you like in-ring product, I think this will be a good one. I think this will be one to set your DVRs for, folks.
Set your DVRs for this one, folks.
Set your DVRs, folks. Let's move on to the NXT UK Women's Championship. The champion Rhea Ripley versus Isla Dawn.
Who you got, man?
Again, two characters that we don't know anything about. I hadn't even heard this match announced on television. This was one, as I was going over the card, that I saw was added to the card. For the sheer fact that it wasn't announced, for one, for the sheer fact that the NXT UK brand just started, I'm seeing this as strictly an exhibition, to where they're not going to change hands. They're not going to let that title change hands. So I'm going to stick with the champion, Rhea Ripley, in a title defense. It's going to be, because the UK style is what it is, this one is going to be a hard-hitting match. Almost to the point...
UK are pretty crazy, so yeah, they're always down to
absolutely. Probably almost to the point of discomfort to an extent, just because we don't expect or even historically want to see women do that, which is just something we've got to get over with just our mindset socially. But I'm expecting a hard hitting fight. I know nothing about these two characters. I saw a picture of Rhea Ripley, and I hope this isn't taken the wrong way, but she reminds me of a female Pete Dunne.
Oh,
I'm expecting a certain style of violence in this match coming up. Talk me through it, man. I know I took a lot of time there, but go ahead.
I mean, because I'm in the same boat as you are, with really not having any
background.
With these two, and I mean, you basically said everything that if I could have thought of that, I would have said the same thing. So I'm going to read it also.
Follow my lead, kid. No, let me stop.
That's all I know on that one right there, bro.
I hear you, man. But again, I'm expecting a hard hitting match, man. Like I said, starting with the Mae Young Finals and on, like on paper, if you know anything about just the network content, these are going to be good matches here. What we have here is another rematch, a rematch of last year's Mae Young Classic Finals, but also they've developed a rivalry since then that's played out on NXT television. We have, for the NXT Women's Championship, the champion Kairi Sane versus Shayna Baszler. Shayna Baszler? Is it Baszler or Baszler? I'm going to say Baszler. Kairi Sane versus Shayna Baszler. I really like the viciousness that Shayna Baszler shows.
She's crazy.
When she's picking apart her opponent, the things she does with the arms and hands that makes it look just brutal.
Straight up Exorcist.
Yeah. I'm only but so familiar with Kairi Sane. I mean, I saw the Mae Young Classic Finals last year. I saw their last match, I want to say, at Brooklyn, in which Kairi Sane beat Shayna Baszler for the title. I believe it stands 2-1 right now. Kairi Sane won at the Mae Young Classic, and she won in Brooklyn, but Shayna Baszler beat Kairi Sane on NXT TV in between those two matches. So this is number 4. What you thinking, man? How you see this going?
I'm going with Kairi on this one.
Yeah.
I've read up a little bit on it, on their little feud and shit like that, and I just think that Kairi's gonna take it, and we'll have something pretty big for maybe Shayna Baszler gets called up. I don't know. After this, maybe we get a Survivor Series match. I don't know.
I was leaning toward that logic that Shayna Baszler may be close to getting ready to be called up. Along the lines of Ronda Rousey, her promo skills use a little bit of work, but for the most part, she gets it, and she got it quick. She learned it really quick. She has believable offense, like we were talking about before. As long as they don't, I mean, WWE eyes her, which, whatever. But I'm along. Yeah. I'm along that too. I'm rocking with your logic, man, and I'm actually taking it kind of along the same lines as the NXT UK Women's Championship in the sense that these two matches are exhibitions. They're going to be great to see. But I don't see them making any drastic changes with those two championships.
And I mean, this is the NXT championship match on WWE pay-per-view.
Exactly. So they're going to do an exhibition for NXT. They're going to make those 4 women look great. 6 women look great, including the Mae Young Classic. But I don't see titles changing hands. I think Kairi Sane gets an extended run with the championship. Shayna Baszler will be on the way to getting called up here soon. And that's that.
That's that. I mean, like,
buddy.
I feel so, like, I still feel so bad about like not really having any like context or whatever about this card, and it's just like half the matches or whatever. Like, I haven't seen any of these chicks.
I hear you.
And
I hear you.
I don't know. Yeah.
The UK Women's Championship is a little bit more forgivable in the sense that the UK brand just started.
Yeah.
Like, it just started. And it's great for them to get that shot on the show, but again, it wasn't even announced on television that I saw. The Mae Young Classic and the NXT Women's Championship, network content is network content. I'm always down for network content, but again, bringing it to the forefront and putting it on display and letting people know why it's important is something they could have done a little bit better with. But this next match, though, I'm rolling for this one. I'm ready for this one. This might be probably the best storyline going on now, save for what just happened on Monday, which is just coming to fruition. But on for the SmackDown Women's Championship, we have the very first last woman standing match between the champion Becky Lynch and the challenger Charlotte.
I'm excited for it.
I'm excited for it too. I'm excited for it too. I was at the SmackDown where Charlotte speared Becky Lynch through the stage, and they set the stage for this last woman standing match. Arm was all cut up. Yeah. Arm was all cut up. When we were leading up to this, right, leading up to doing the Evolution show, we were talking about, and I think I was saying that they may make Evolution like Charlotte's show, right? If this was like a one-on-one standard match where a pinfall was the way to win, I would 110% go with Charlotte. Like, I wish I had more percents to go with Charlotte Flair. But now that they've added this stipulation, I don't know. We're
about to see the hardcore little ass kicker come out. I think she's about to go fucking nuts, bro.
Yeah, okay.
So yeah, that's my pick.
Going with the last kicker.
Yeah.
It's a great way to make both women look strong, whether win or loss. You don't give away the clean victory. Like I said, if it was straight pinfalls, I'd go with Charlotte. But something tells me that Becky Lynch finds a way, man.
One thing that I will give to Charlotte about this match is she's been in the cell. And they always say that changes a motherfucker.
Right.
So I mean, she's been somewhere Becky hasn't.
Yeah. It's got to count for something, but I don't know, man. The hatred that Becky has in her heart for her former friend Charlotte Flair might be enough, man. Might be enough to get her up out of there.
I hope. I don't hope actually, but I hope it does make for a good fucking match. Absolutely. We both know it's gonna be a fucking good match.
Yeah.
But it very well could be the most violent match of the night, and I'm pretty sure it's gonna be. But
absolutely, by far.
We were talking about that UK shit though. There's
Well, that'll be a stiff match. Like, there's gonna be some shots in there that's gonna be kind of rough to see. This one is gonna have all the spectacle of a WWE street fight with the extra stuff going on. It's gonna have the fixins. You know
the fixins.
Oh, I'm glad you dunked that home, man. I threw that oop in the air. My man dunked that home, baby. Yes, teamwork, baby. Yes. Hey, man. God damn it, it's the hard camera, man. That's what we do.
It's a fucking hard camera.
God damn it, man. We're taking Becky Lynch. She's gonna squeak it out by nefarious means, in a way that'll keep Charlotte strong, to where she doesn't have to take another pinfall loss, and to where the Becky reign can continue. It's only been 2 months?
Yeah, I was gonna say a couple months.
Yeah, so let the reign continue. Becky's been doing great work,
and the people love it.
And the people love it. So let Becky keep holding that championship, man. It's gonna be I'm gonna be very interested to see how it happens, but yeah, I'm gonna rock with Becky, man. I'm going with the Baxter. Baxter rules, brother.
Baxter. I just like our whole new deal, like of just being like fuck you to everybody.
Facts.
Whenever I think it was like a couple weeks ago, Lana was like cutting a promo backstage. She walks up and was like just started talking shit.
Facts. Like, yeah.
Yes, this
rolling.
Is awesome. I love this. This is cool because Charlotte always had that shit, but it was always like she was always like I don't know. I just always felt like she was faking, like faking to be cool with somebody. Becky's just like fuck you, like
right.
What do you want? Like I'm the champ.
No doubt, man. No doubt. I'm looking forward to that. That's probably the one I'm looking forward to the most of everything on the card. Everything on the card for Sunday. That brings us to the main event, man. For the Raw Women's Championship, we've got Rowdy Ronda Rousey, Hot Ronda, versus Nikki Bella. Before we get into our predictions, man, no, go ahead. This entire build, this entire thing. Talk me through your thoughts.
I mean, this one, I've got a clear cut winner. But absolutely. I don't know how it's going to be won. And that's what I'm really the most hung up on, because we always pick a winner, but there's always a stipulation kind of sometimes with certain matches, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
How are they going to win?
Yeah.
And I'm like, fuck, dude, I really don't know. I'm picking Ronda. This one,
Ronda,
but I don't know if it's actually going to be her doing the winning. I feel like there's definitely going to be some fucking shenanigans going on with this one because Nick isn't going to come out with brief for sure. Obviously, Ronda's going to come out by herself.
Yeah,
and I don't know. I'm going with fucking Ronda, but. Yeah, shit, dude. I don't know. What are you thinking?
I'm going with Ronda as well. I think it would be incredibly poor taste if they ended the first all women's pay-per-view with shenanigans. I get it's a WWE pay-per-view. Dude, I wouldn't be surprised. I can't be surprised by nothing. Yeah, it'd be incredibly poor taste if they did not give this a clean finish. The thing with this rivalry, man. Every time
out of nowhere.
Well, let's start with that. It's been 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 2 weeks.
I'm just gonna call it a hard 2 weeks. They've been tag teaming.
Yeah, it's not okay. Yeah, you know what? It's convincing in the fact that Nikki Bella, she didn't have to earn it, right? She's. Let's go with the idea that the Bellas are like legends. Fine, if they're gonna make us believe it, let's go with it, right? They're legends.
Let's talk about how they want us to talk about it.
Right. If that's the narrative they want to put, fine. So I get that. I get the fact that Nikki Bella didn't have to quote unquote earn it. She can come back, call a shot, right? I could somewhat forgive that. The thing, though, is that you can't sit here and talk about the women's revolution, the diva era is over, but the first promo be about Nikki Bella sleeping to the top with John Cena.
Bingo.
That's poor taste. Like, you can't have it both ways. Like, you got to get past that.
Yep.
You can't have it both ways. If we're going to treat these women like legitimate athletes, then you blew all of that goodwill in that very first promo. It don't matter how spicy it was. It was a clever line in the sense that Ronda Rousey got that off, but nah.
That's all was clever.
That's all it was. All it was catty and spicy. That's all it was. It didn't really add any context to. It didn't really add any context to the feud. There's so many different ways.
They were talking about. They were basically talking about fucking Total Divas and shit like that.
Yeah.
They weren't talking about wrestling. They weren't talking about WWE. They weren't talking about what each of them been through. You know, exactly. I mean, they eventually got up to it, but
exactly.
But
Ronda Rousey could have cut her in so many different ways. She could have talked about the Divas division when Nikki Bella was on top and made that the point of her statement. But once she brought up the John Cena's bedroom line, everything else went out the window. That's the only thing people are going to remember from this build.
Yeah, as I said, that, and then the only reason they got that big ass pop was because of the name John Cena.
Exactly.
Not trying to take away anything from them, but that's the only reason they got that big ass pop is because of the name John Cena. That's the only reason they did,
because of John Cena and the idea of Nikki Bella sexing John Cena to the top. Like, that's rough, man. That's rough. And the thing is, like I said, we've sat here and joked on the Bellas mad times, but we've never said that it had anything to do with John Cena or Daniel Bryan.
Fucking right, brother.
You know what I'm saying?
And for them to, like, even actually, like, think about, like, I wonder if they went through multiple, like backstage working on it, you know, like, boom, that's the one, that's it right there. Like,
right.
Like, there's gotta be something else. Like, I know y'all worked on something else.
Like,
but,
something
I mean,
else.
I guess, you know, Vince was all about that, though. You know, Vince loved that.
Yeah. Oh, man. Loves it, man. That's wild. That's so wild, man. And again, all that talk. Just talk about historic, the revolution. Like, again, what we said before. It feels like they gave them this pay-per-view because they owed them one. Not because they truly believe it. And
it's
that
like, well, they got
right
that,
there,
so yeah.
Yeah, and that promo right there proves that point. That it don't feel like they believe what they're saying. They're just saying it. Because they went right back to the bedroom, John.
So, yeah, they're just like, say whatever. We got this pay-per-view. We're going to get this pay-per-view over with, and then we're going to the next one. And
then we're going to the next
out
one.
Of here. That's
Bruh.
it. Like,
for real. So the follow-up is going to be key again. But, I mean, the follow-up is always key. But, I mean, you're clearly pissing on us and calling it rain. Like, come on, man. Come on, man.
I know there's some of us out there that know the difference, but, like,
I would hope everybody knows the difference.
There's not enough of us out there that know the difference.
Right.
And that's the shitty part about it.
Yeah. So,
you know,
the only shenanigans I could see popping up, but you'd have to be a complete idiot for this to even go down, is if, like, she makes Brie Bella tap out or something. And they call that a win or something, but, like, no, we've
seen some pretty stupid stuff, though.
We are fans of an interesting product, yes, we are. But no, they have to know better than to let the main event of their first all women's pay per view end the shenanigans. They gotta let all these be clean. All these have to be clean finishes. No bullshit on top of it. They gotta let this all just rock as it should. So yeah, I'm going with Ronda Rousey via arm breakage. She'll probably break Brie Bella's arm when she's done too.
Yeah, she's gonna be out. She's gonna be injured now too.
Oh yeah, maybe this will be a way to write the Bellas off of TV for a while. I don't know where they go next. Maybe not. But yeah, I'm Ronda Rousey via. Be
honest, man. Like I feel like this feud's gonna go on for a little bit.
Really?
Yeah, like because I do like the feud is so young. It's only like 2 weeks.
Yeah. And I think that speaks to just how lazy they've been with the entire pay-per-view. Like I said, they could have started a super show, and they didn't. I don't know. I think for some reason, I feel like it ends. I don't know where else you can go unless... I feel like the only place you can go is Nikki Bella winning the championship if you were to continue it. But, I mean, if Ronda wins, I mean, that's a wrap.
Yeah. No, I hear you. Like, I was thinking maybe... we get fucking shenanigans or whatever, and then possibly like maybe Natalya and Ronda versus the Bella Twins for some 1 or 2 off tag matches, big pay-per-views or some shit. I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I hear you. I hear you. Yeah, I don't know, man. This is gonna be an interesting night. We're gonna have the updated picks on the Mixcloud Juvie page on Twitter. I'm sure our numbers are going in the trash on this one, man.
Man, dude, like I texted you earlier, bro. And it's these fucking house shows that they're giving us.
Man.
They're really like these house shows don't really mean shit unless the title changes. And I mean,
it's a big exhibition, but
I would rather be at the fucking Madison Square Garden shows on Saturday night and not be televised.
Yeah,
you know,
it's gonna be an interesting one. I wanted to remind the listeners where we are actually. You, Big Ren, are sitting at 15 out of 31 at 48.3%. I'm sitting at 20 out of 31 at 64.5%. But after this Sunday, anything goes. I'm creeping. This upcoming Sunday, anything goes, man. Anything can happen. We got an interesting night ahead of us, man. For better or for worse, it's going to be an interesting night. Before we get up out of here, man, anything else you're thinking? What's on your mind?
I'm excited for a couple of these matches this weekend, and I just wish the build was a whole lot better. And I hope they rock it, man. I hope they fucking knock it out of the park.
No doubt. We're gonna see some great stuff. We'll just have to be through no part of the marketing machine, but we're gonna see some great stuff. So I am looking forward to that this Sunday on the WWE Network. But yeah, man, as we get up out of here, man, let them know how to reach on the social medias, dog.
All right. Yeah, you can find me on Snapchat at MoffedUp316. You can also find me on Twitter at King Moff, and then you can find me on Instagram at AMoffFuckup. No
doubt. Hit me on Twitter at Juvie Desayuno. Hit me on the Instagrams at Juvie Desayuno. Snapchat, Los Juv Desayuno. Of course, Facebook.com/Juve. And of course, our crack Twitter staff at Mixcloud Juvie on Twitter. They will be posting up our predictions before the show and hitting you with the live commentary. It'll be an interesting night, man. We worked our way through it, man. We kept as positive as possible. It's not a matter of the talent on the card. It's just a matter of the people pushing the talent. There's gonna be some good stuff this Sunday. We just we gonna sit through it. We gonna knock it out together, man.
Bingo. Oh yeah.
No doubt. Until next week, we're gonna hit you with the Evolution recap show. We're gonna recap Raw and SmackDown. If Crown Jewel is still a thing, we're gonna predict Crown Jewel. So next week's gonna be another big show, man. We got a busy couple weeks ahead of us, man. Survivor Series in a couple weeks. You know what? Nope. I'll talk to you off the mic for that one. We'll talk about that later. But for my man Big Ren, I am your boy Juve. We are the Jumping Bomb Angels, and we will be back at y'all next week.
Adios, amigos and senoritas.
Salute.